Whatever we do in life, there are just two things, the start and the destination. So we are either thinking of starting out something or we are dreaming about the destination. But the journey is almost always hidden from us. And this gap between the start and the destination is the root cause why a lot of people give up. Because enjoying the journey becomes very difficult when you don't even know what the journey actually is. And this is the same with everything. Like on one hand, you want to start to code, and on the other, you dream about a cubicle in Microsoft or Amazon or Facebook. But how to go about learning these things? How to go from starting to code to getting your own cubicle in Microsoft? That no one knows, at least at the start. When you are starting out, it becomes really confusing because there are thousands of courses on YouTube, Coursera, Udemy, Upwork, Khan Academy, and a lot more sites. And it's easy to get lost between them. So in this video, I intend to address these problems and give you an ironclad roadmap that you can follow and get a lot of clarity in your coding journey. But before we start, I insist you to watch the previous videos to get a clarity on the things that we talk about in this video. I read a lot of articles and watched a lot of YouTube videos when I was about to start coding, and almost everywhere the roadmap was almost similar. And everyone demanded me to have a basic knowledge of all the applications of computer science so that I can choose the language in which I want to start coding. But in this roadmap, I have tried to include all this in the process itself. I believe that you will get to know all these things as you progress forward, so no need to worry about those things for now. And also, one thing that you should keep in mind is that this roadmap doesn't depend upon any language. Because all the languages are at core similar to each other, because the only place where these languages differ is the syntax and the environment in which they are executed. So if you learn one language very well, then you can learn all the other languages too. Now this question can have two kinds of answers. One is that I want to learn to code because I want to do web development or AI or anything else. For this, you will have to know the applications of coding and the specific languages that these applications require. And the other answer can be that I don't know anything about the applications. I just want to explore it. I just want to start right away and get to know all the things on the way. Very well, you can take up any language and start coding, and you will get to know all the details once you progress forward. Now, knowing why you want to code will act as a driving force when you get stuck at any point. And if you want any help with understanding why you want to code, you can watch my video on why coding, and it will give you some clarity. Now it depends upon the previous step. If you want to start coding based on a specific application, then you will need to know the language that that application requires. And for that, I've attached an article in the description. You can check it out, or you can comment if you want me to make a separate video on all the applications of coding. And if you want to start learning to code as a tool and decide your niche afterwards, then you can take up any language. For example, you can take up Python, which is the easiest language to learn, or you can take up C++ or Java, anything that you want. It means the tools that you will require in order to perform tasks in the language that you have chosen. There are two things that you can do. You can either set up an IDE or you can take up any text editor. The only difference is that IDE or the integrated development environments tend to be more specific towards a particular application or a particular programming language. So if you know specifically in what field you want to work in or in what application you want to work towards, you can take an IDE which suits it the best. But if you want to just start out and explore everything on the way, you can take up any text editor to start with, and even Notepad will do. And don't worry if you don't understand these things for now, because you will get to understand them more in the next step. You can take up paid courses on Coursera, Udemy, Brilliant, or any other platform. Or you can take up free courses on Code Academy or Khan Academy or Upwork or any other platform. Or you can, of course, watch playlists on YouTube. But YouTube is like a huge ocean. There are hundreds of thousands of playlists that you can take up. So it's quite confusing. That's why I recommend you to follow the first two steps, either a paid course, which gives you a certificate, or an unpaid one. You can also study using study material from your college, like from the professors in your college or from any other college, but those courses tend to be a bit outdated. And you can also study from books also. No, you can't. Leave it. Now, once you start learning from any of the above sources, they will explain you everything from setting up the environment to executing the codes, and they will explain the concepts using examples also. What you need to do is follow along. It's easy to look at a code and think that it's so easy, I can do it anytime, and I don't need to write every little thing on the editor. But the thing is, when you will sit for writing the code by yourself, you won't remember the syntax at all. Your mind will be completely blank. So practice every little problem that you get in that course, and along with that, do some pre-solved problems from internet, so that if you get stuck, you can always look back at the solution and do it again. I'm asking you to do pre-solved problems because if you do unsolved problems at this stage and you encounter some errors or some resistance, you will easily get frustrated. And getting frustrated at this stage can lead to giving up. So that's why I recommend you to do solved problems at this stage. So if you do the solved problems for now, you get used to the syntax and all the basic concepts of coding. And once the syntax becomes your muscle memory, you can jump on to the advanced topics. You will now be in a position to take things a bit higher. You can now start to learn the advanced concepts of programming like algorithms and data structures. What you need to do is follow the same things in step 4, follow the tutorials, work along and do pre-solved problems. And once you think that you have become well versed in all the concepts and the basic concepts have become your muscle memory, you can jump on to the real world. How? Through the next step. These will be your connection to the real world. You can join forums like GitHub or Kaggle or any other platform at any stage of a coding journey, even before starting the coding. But at this point, it becomes essential because now at this stage, you will be working on larger unsolved problems. So in this process, you will always require some guidance and some help, and also you will need to contribute to the community. These platforms will help you to easily get resources and support, and of course, greater opportunities. Now, once everything is in place, you can take up your own projects and broaden your horizon. You can learn new programming languages based upon the requirement of your projects, and it will be a lot easier now. And the most important of all, keep realistic expectations. You cannot learn to code in a day. No, not even in a week. So be realistic. Many people give up when they encounter some problems because they do not consider these problems in the equation when they are determining a deadline for themselves. So during your journey, you will encounter a lot of roadblocks and resistance. But if you keep your expectations realistic and keep your learning speed and problem solving efficiency in mind, you can surely overcome them. And slowly with practice, you will become more efficient. So take out your keyboards and your computer classes and jump on to coding.